Hi everyone, this is the qualification rounds for the community tournament. I just wanted to share my shots with you, so let's get started. Alright, this is hole number 1. This is a par 3. We're going to go with a rough bump here. It seems to be the best approach for this particular hole, as the fairway is quite bumpy, so it's very inconsistent. So that's why I always choose the rough bump. This year we're going to go with plus 30% elevation. And if you're using a lower end sniper like this particular one here, you can use a power 3 ball, no problems. But if you're using a sniper 9, sniper 10, it's 4 extra yards in this club. So I would use a katana ball. So a katana ball for lower than sniper 9 or higher than sniper 9, and the power 3 ball for these other ones. You could probably use a katana for this too, but I chose to use this to cut down the wind. So you can see what we did. I believe we're going with a hair of backspin on this. Tried a half backspin and I noticed it was too much. So I'm going to lower this down to just a hair of backspin, if not any backspin whatsoever, and full right spin. And the guide, I would favor the right hand side of the hole. So watch the ball guide, make sure it's coming in on the right hand side of the hole, because you can have the wind push. And you can have the red halfway into the rough. And I know on previous tournaments I give this about a hair of curl. You can see I missed this to the left of the hole. I did not give this any curl. So I might have to go back to what I did on previous tournaments, just give it a hair of curl as we're coming in on the left edge of the hole. So that's hole number 1. Give you an idea how to play it. We'll catch you on hole 2. Alright, we're back for hole 2. This is a par 5 hole. This here, first shot, I believe we played this at 0%. Quarterback, power 1 ball. And we're going to go with full left spin, 1 bar top spin. Full left, 1 top, 0% elevation. Have the red ring touching the rough. And you can see where the ball guide is, just over that right hand bush. Pretty much the center of that right hand bush. That's how I line this up. And you can see with 1 top spin, it'll miss the rough. Sometimes it hits the rough, so that's why I use 1 top spin. Even if it misses a rough, it'll still be fine. It won't roll into the sand trap. See, this one misses a rough. Still fine. It won't roll into the trap. You can double check that where the ball guide, if the ball guide actually hits the rough or not, if you have enough time. But that's hole number 2. Gives you an easy eagle chip from there. So we'll catch you on hole 3. Alright, we're back for hole 3. This is a par 5. Actually, the previous hole was a par 4. This is a par 5. This year we're going with the full top, full right. We're going to go with a Titan, just because I have a whole whack of them and I want to get rid of them. And this here is 0% elevation. Actually, we went full top 3 right spin. Bottom of ball, bottom of target, adjustment target for overpower. I got written bottom of my screen, but I guess it depends on what device you're using for the overpower. So that's shot 1. Here is shot 2. Of course, there's different ways to play this hole. You can play it with a power 0 ball and come at the hole with a sniper or a guardian for the backspin. But I chose to give it some overpower off the drive so I could come at it with a Saturn for my backspin. So what I'm going to do is give it full back, 1 bar left spin. And if you watch the second bounce on the green, I'm trying to hit that corner of that black square, is what I was trying to do. But I could see we just wasn't quite far enough with our drive. But I've sunk it before by hitting that corner of that black square. And this is played at 10% elevation. Full back, 1 left spin. At 371 yards on the drive, I'd play this at max distance. As you can see, we weren't quite far enough on our drive. It left us short on our second approach, but still gives us a very easy eagle putt from that. So that's hole 3. Alright, we're back for hole 4. This is a par 3. There's different ways to play this hole. You can play a rough bump on the thick part to the right side of that sand trap instead of the left side where I'm going. It's kind of a harder shot here because if you grade ball it left or right, it's going to affect you somewhat. So playing this shot here, again, we're 4 yards less than a sniper 9 or a sniper 10. This only puts out 166 yards. So we're going with a power 3 ball. And I believe we went 1.2 top, 4 right spin. And this is played at plus 10% elevation. So with this particular shot, what you want to do is look at the tip of the ball guide. Once again, we'll play that. Look at the tip of the ball guide and you can see where the placement. This is pretty important when you're trying to place this shot. So if you have a sniper 7 or a sniper 8, this shot will work because it's they're both 166 yards. So 1.2 top, 4 bars right spin. See the tip of the ball guide? So if you look at where I put the tip of the ball guide and you want to copy that shot, it's to the left of the hole basically. And once again, that's 10% max distance. And with a sniper 9, I would just play it a little bit higher, and I'd probably play it with 1 top, 2 right spin. Again, I'd approach this from the about half a square left of the hole with a sniper 9 or a 10. I would actually play it on the white line is what I got written down here in my notes. There's a white line left of the hole, and that's where I would play it. 1 top, 2 right with a sniper 9 or 10. Give that a shot. I may be trying a safer route in the opening round, playing to the right part of that sand trap, and I'll be going with full left spin and more than likely 1 top spin, giving that a shot as well. So if you want to try that for a more safer approach, because it's pretty narrow between the green there and the sand trap. But that's still one option there for you. That's hole 4. Catch you on hole 5. Alright, we're back for hole 5. This is a par 4. Let's see what we did here. We're going to actually play from the right hand side on this tournament. Previous tournaments I've always played from the left side. but my approach to the green was not always successful, so I'm trying to find a more consistent shot for the green on my approach shot for the second shot. So we're going to go with a power 3 ball here, full top, full right. I believe I went on the ball, and I went full curl here. And you want left side of the red wing touching the rough here. So look at your red ring there. Yeah, full top, full left, red wing, left side, touching the sand trap there. Then you go full over power, full curl, try to hit perfect. Great ball to the left, great ball to the right, won't affect it that much. It's pretty safe there, pretty great proofed. So that's shot 1. You can mark down the yardage if you want, help you with the second shot. Alright, kind of messed up the video here, so I hope I didn't miss anything. This is the second shot. Played this with the Kingfisher, played this at minus 20% elevation. And as it's an uphill shot. And we played this with 3 back, full right. Now it all depends on what angle you come at the hole with off your drive. But 3 back, full right. You can see where the second bounce is. A couple of squares before the hole. As it does roll downhill here a bit. And I believe we great ball it to the right. So it comes in just slightly right of the hole, but if we hit perfect there, might have been able to get that eagle. So that's hole 5. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in hole 6. Alright, we're back for hole 6. This is a par 5. We played this at 0% elevation. Going with the quarterback, it's got high accuracy. That's why I choose that over a king or a extra mile. You can use a power 1 ball here. Quasar for its right spin. So we got the blue halfway into the rough. We're not going to give it any curl here. And you can mark down the yardage or keep track of that if you want. This way you know what your second shot, how your second shot's going to be played. 317. Roughly you should be around that yardage every time you shoot. We're pretty close to it. Alright, here's shot number 2. We played this at minus 10% elevation. And we're going to go 1 back, full right spin. And this particular hole, you can't really go right at the flag, I noticed. You're going to have to go to the left of this flag, about a half a square. To the left of the flag. Actually, no. Sorry for the misinformation, but that's in pro. Is how I play pro. So directly right at the hole. And that's hole 6. Catch on hole 7. Okay, we're back for hole 7. This is a par 3. Still trying to tweak this shot, get it to work. This particular shot I was using a grizzly, but I don't have a high enough grizzly with this account, so have to use the backbone. And we're going with 2.5 to 3 back, 0 right spin. And if you look at the first, second, third bounce on this hole, I believe, there's a black corner of a square, and you're trying to hit that. That's about the closest I could come with it, but this backbone, I'm not quite sure how I lined it up. If you replay the video, you can see. I'm sure we missed it anyways. But very, very close. So it's just a matter of a slight tweak with this particular shot. Let's play that again. I'm not quite sure what I did for side spin. This you can play with just a plain marlin. I know I've sunk this on a previous tournament, but I can't remember what tournament it was because it was like a year ago. Yeah, so this is where I went one side spin to the right. Next time I play this, I'm going to go 0 side spin. And if you look at that bounce on the green there, it looks like it's on the black corner of the that square there. So yeah, like I said, next time take that one side spin to the right away, and you should be money. There is a rough bump approach to this hole too on the left hand side here, but I haven't tried that. And I believe it's fairly flat to the left hand side there, so that's why I set my target over there. So good luck with that hole. So once again, with that last hole, hole 7, I don't know if I've mentioned it, but it was played at plus 20%. And I also believe I played it at mid-distance. I don't think I mentioned that. So hole 8 here is a par 4. Pretty easy hole if you have a higher end extra miles. If you don't, you might have to use a power 4. But you don't need it that high really in rookie. So full top, 1 to 2 bars right spin with the extra mile here. And you got the tailwind here to help you out. So we're trying to line this up somewhere down the center of the fairway. Trying to figure out what the push of the wind's going to do. Bottom of ball, bottom of target, over power. Great left. I believe we're still going to be fine here. Yeah, with just a hair more overpower there. It's going to be really nice. So there's hole 8. We'll catch you on hole 9. Alright, welcome back for the final hole. This is the par 5. We're going to go with a power 3 ball here. We're going to go with the Kingmaker because the needle speed is slower when you overpower it. And this we're going to have to overpower. Big topper, full top, 1 left, plus 10 elevation. We got the red target touching the rough on the right hand side. Pretty much full overpower. Ball just offset a little bit to the left with curl. Just a hair. That'll set us up nicely for a second shot. You can mark down the yardage if you want. So next time you play the hole, you know if you're mid, max, or medium distance, or minimum distance, I should say. So that's 422 yards. Alright, here's shot number 2 for this. This is 10% elevation. I actually played the first shot at 0% elevation. It doesn't really matter too much because you're just going to overpower it anyhow. Now the first shot is 10% elevation. Actually, no. Yeah, the first shot's not important. I played at 10%. Second shot here is also played at 10%. Now how I like to play this is with a Kingfisher. I believe this is minimum distance at 417 yards plus 2.2 or 2. 1 back, 1 right. about a square before the hole. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Good luck with the tournament, and we'll catch you in the next one.